Broadcast live.
What it do?
Good.
Tellaman.
Okay.
Shout out, man. How's it been going?
Good.
What's that? Who's that on your arm?
This is my niece, my little brother's daughter.
Okay.
The one who passed away.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry to hear that. How long has it been?
It's been. He passed away. I think it was 2016. Yeah, early 2016.
Okay. You've had that for a while.
Yeah, for a long time.
Alright. Maybe it was cold the last time I saw you. You know, I never saw that.
Yeah.
I love the EP, by the way.
Thank you.
Thank you for going to Obi.
Yeah, man. We're trying to get into that space. I mean, I just feel like we haven't really figured out in terms of like the whole mixing space of the 3D space, you know. But I feel like we're getting there.
Yeah. No. I listened to the project, and I think obviously, like everything, when you hear it the first time, you're hearing it, you know, and then when you hear it the second time, you feel it's hitting you, you know. And I just think that just starting off the troublesome, you know, the layers, the vocal layers you have there, it just brought them out, you know. It just and it's just a nice joint to open with, you know.
Thanks.
I mean, you know, you do talk about like being up and about, you know, significant other, and I haven't really been. The last time I remember that I really saw you active, it was actually close to. I mean, I say active as in like, you know, you were really pushing hard for music. Was it either pre-COVID, you know, like just after that, you know, what has been happening in the time that like you've just been on some chilling, you know? And I'm not saying you were chilling, just not visible.
Yeah. I was just like taking time to myself, really, and also just trying to spend time with my family, you know, and friends, because I realized that I wasn't doing a lot of that before. It was just like trying to, you know, to get out there and get the work done, you know, and make a little bit of money, you know. So when just before COVID and during COVID, that's when I felt like, you know, it would be nice to just like take some time, just, you know, spend with the people that I love, that are close to my heart. And then afterwards, I started like working on the music again. And then that's when I started working with Baines for the Baines Symphony Whiskey. That was a good project to be a part of, you know, just trying to bridge the music side. And, you know, like it's more of, you know, the whiskey world, because I didn't know anything about that, like the making of whiskey and all of that stuff. So it was nice. It was good to work on.
Getting out from spending that time, you know, there's Tellaman who literally is who's coming in with an empty stomach, you know, which is like when you're starting off, everyone starts hungry. They use the word hungry, you know. And then there's Tellaman who kind of goes, wait, I need to slow shit down. I need to spend time with the family. By the time you get into the music, what is the inspiration you pour in your music with that gap versus the time when it's the hungry Tellaman? And you know, when I say hungry, the Tellaman that's like, I haven't experienced the success, I really want to get in. What kind of energy do you put in the project when you're like now in a, yo, I need to prioritize?
I think it's more from, I need to take more of my time, you know, just trying to make something that I truly love, versus when you is trying to like make as many songs as you can, you know, trying to bag every feature that you can try, you know, find and stuff like that. Now it's more like I just wanna have a good experience while I'm making this, you know, regardless of what the next person thinks or might say about the end results or whatever. Now it's more about how I really feel about what I'm making versus back then.
You can easily fall in a trap of another R&B guy, another R&B song, when you're kind of releasing multiple songs. And the one thing I did want to say about this EP is that you've got standout tracks, you know, where R&B is like R&B at times, especially when you're singing love songs, it could almost sound the same.
Monotonous.
Yeah, it could sound monotonous, but you've got standout songs, and which I feel that, like, you know, I hear a song like LMFM, you know, Love Me For Me, you know. I really like it. I really love the fact that you like you pulled that sample, you know, which is a South African joint. Who's it from?
Jamali.
Did you get clearance from Mary Shan? And the team?
Yeah. Well, my team handled that, but obviously, when you try to clear like a sample and stuff like that, you deal with the people that are,
of course, the publisher.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So we dealt, I think, with the lady that wrote the song from the US.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it wasn't written by the group.
Okay. Shit, I never knew that. That's why we're in an interview. Thanks for letting me know too.
Yeah. But shout out to Jamali, man. I think they killed that record. It was, if not, I think that was like the birth of that type of music in South Africa, and to be able to release a classic like that did it that big. At that time, it was groundbreaking in a way.
It's done well. You did it well. You never killed it. Me living the times of that song being what it was, you know. But like, did you get the beat like that, or was it a song that you liked and you just said we gotta remake it? What was the process?
So I was recording like a drug. I was doing that session, and then Lusty started working on the sample. So after I was done recording that song, he played me the sample, and then we like finished the beat together, and then I started writing to the song. But it was more of like, it's just one of those songs where, like how we structured the sample, it's more of like you already kind of have a direction where you should go with the song because of what the song speaks about, the original song type. Yeah. So it wasn't a hard song to really make, to be honest with you.
Yeah. And I guess those are also the nicest songs, the songs that come easy.
Yeah, for sure.
You know? When you were working on the lyrics, and I mean, for me, you kind of come across like I just remember that instance when you were on the live, you know, during COVID, and you had connection issues, you know.
Oh yeah. I think we're doing the verses.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember.
That's your one of out of character kind of modes, you know, because you know R&B cats are like always
on point or something.
Smooth.
I don't think I am.
The data done fucked you up there. Just like we lost the smoothness. You know what I mean? Or the signal, you know.
Well, at least we won the verses, didn't we? I think we did, man.
I don't remember. I just remember that you kept on disappearing because you had no connection, and it looked like you're in a car, you know.
Yeah, it was a very bad time. I think because where I used to live, we had like problem with noise and stuff like that. Yeah. So I had to play the music pretty loud for the live to actually make sense, you know.
Yeah.
So I had to go to the car and play the music there inside the garage. So that's why I was losing a little bit of connection, because I think it's because of like it was underground type thing. So yeah, I had to make it work. I tried.
Ain't nothing worse than a frustrated R&B nigga. And where are we now also? Because like I said, I feel that, I mean, you feel like it's like you're a little bit more mature now, you know, and the question does come where the excitement is done. I'm trying to connect. What is it like for you, like in the love world? You know, I mean, is it like, are you in the streets? Are you literally settling? Or what is it when you kind of chill? And even when it comes to your writing, because even like you say, writing, some people don't write their own songs, you know? So R&B songs, you never know where they are, where you are really in life, you know, unlike rappers who say they're writing.
For me, Well, right now I'm not in a relationship. But I wouldn't necessarily say I'm in the streets. What does being in the streets mean? And anyway, does that mean like you have like girls that you're mingling with, or you're available? What does that mean, being in the streets?
It means that you're easily accessible.
No, I'm not easily accessible.
And you're looking for easy access.
Nah, I'm not. I'm not easily accessible. I'm not looking for easy access, but I'm not in a relationship either. So, yeah, I'm just right now. Also, I don't even think that I'm looking for one, really. You know, but you know, things happen.
Are you focused on your career? Well, I mean, what do you want with your career? What is the biggest, what's the thing that weighs you, that overweighs you in your mind daily, that you go, I think about a lot of this, you know?
I think it would be my second album. Right now, I'm in a space where I don't want to do something that is similar to what I did with God Decides. Also, I don't want to do something like a Good Regardless. Actually, Good Regardless, the reason why I decided to put that together is because I realized that I was being a little selfish, in a way, you know, to my fans, because the only body of work, the most recent, was God Decides, and that was like 2019. So I felt like, also just thinking about the ideas that I had, instead of just like letting them rot in my computer, or, you know, just not releasing them at all, I was like, let me just put together this low mixtape for, you know, the album, because that's what I'm trying to take my time with. I might even like approach it in like a different, you know, perspective altogether, in terms of like the style, you know, the feel of it. So
you haven't started it yet, though.
I have ideas, you know, here and there, but I'm not even 50% in the album.
Yeah. Okay, so I guess asking for a release then is also like a little bit premature.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, with the you know, you talked about dark, light girl, thick girl, skin girl, you know. I know you're complicated by all of them, but like now you're stuck, and God says, listen, I'm only gonna make one kind of girl, and you are gonna determine what mankind will get for that girl. What girl will you choose? Dark girl, light girl, thick girl, slim girl, baby girl? Which one is the baby girl you're gonna choose for all of us, for all mankind?
No, I can't choose for everyone.
You gotta choose for all of us. Come, Tellaman. No,
come on. You can't put me in that spot.
You the one that's gonna.
The song "Baby Girl" speaks about women in general.
Of course.
How, you know, I just appreciate all of them. You know what I'm saying? No discrimination type thing. So I think it's a bit unfair to put me in that position right now.
I just asked you a question that has nothing to do with what you are saying on the song. So this question is not based on what you say on the song. This question is based on, you now have to make a decision for mankind.
For mankind?
Yes. And male kind, I guess. And I guess for the guys, for the ladies that also literally like are looking at women too. So yeah, for even them too, you have to make a call. It's in your hands.
I think damn, this is a very hard one. I think I'd go for like mixed race, just to get a bit of, you know, different cultures and stuff like that. Smart
answer.
You know?
That literally means that at least you've got everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
That was a very, very smart answer. You know what I mean? Tell me about your relationship with Rick Tyler. I mean, you guys seem like you've got a very good chemistry, yeah?
Yeah. Well, Ricky is one of the realest people I've ever met. You know, like, besides the fact that he's a musician, also, like, we just connected on a human level when we met, you know? started hanging out, and we were talking about doing like a young EP together and stuff like that. So that's how we started making music together. And just like, Ricky is the type of guy who would call you and be on the phone with you for an hour. I've never even had that with my friends. Like, it's crazy. I was like, no ways, you know? But he's that type of guy. Like, he really cares. Like, he will call you up and check on you and tell you what he's going through and stuff like that. And I feel like we need that as people, you know? So that's just how the whole relationship started. And then we started making music together. We got a few songs together. Hopefully we're gonna drop the EP.
Oh, for real? All right.
Yeah. But I'm glad that I was able to have him on the mixtape as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's one of my favorite songs.
So it is a dope song. So you guys you do have more work that's
together.
EP ready. Is it EP ready, or you just wanna?
EP, yeah. Almost ready.
So we're gonna see a lot of you next year.
Yeah, and that's what I'm trying to do, like to have more material out there. But it's more of like the work that I'm gonna be proud of, really.
Yeah.
Not like a lot of music. In a way.
Yeah. How important is it for you to one day look at your catalog and have it worth something and go, you know, I made songs that matter, you know what I mean? How important is that to make songs that matter, not only for today, but even like in the next like 20 years, 30 years, 50 years, and people hear your song, they still feel like, yo, you know?
I think that will be like the greatest achievement, really, you know, to be able to create something that's gonna live on through time, you know, through generations. Because I think that's what, well, I would like to think that's what we all here for, to sort of like, you know, affect the next generation to come in a positive way, in a way that is like, you know, if somebody can do something like this and it lives on for this long, that means I can do it too, you know? I mean, Mom Miriam Makeba did the very same thing. Mom Letambuli and I feel like their catalog is like crazy. I listen to that today and they're like, what is this?
Yeah, you know? Yeah. And you know, I always say it's just crazy, incredible melodies. Like there's a bit of love, there's a little bit of struggle, you know what I mean? It's just really, it's really stuff that you go by. And like, I really want to say, I can hear in this EP that like, you don't want to be stuck in the rut of, I just have a lot of songs. Like, you must be your biggest critic, huh?
I am. I'd like to think that I am.
Do you even particularly in this project, when you started getting this space, where do you get your validation from? Like, okay, that's the one, or no, that's, are you the only person in the room? Is there a circle of people you trust for feedback?
Yeah. My friends, you know, Lasty, Nasty also.
It's no coincidence that they rhyme, Lasty, Nasty.
Yeah, like those are the people that I would usually like play my music for. First, before like we take it to like management or like the label and stuff like that. But everybody that I work with in general, like I trust their opinion and, you know, their ear. So that's that. But mostly it's how I really feel about the music.
What are we looking at as we move forward with Tellaman? Of course, we got more music that you're working on, but what are the aspirations, you know, for you in this context right now in your mind about the brand Tellaman, the artist Tellaman, you know, what are the aspirations?
I think it's just to, obviously, to be able to work with people that I haven't really worked with before. And then to make something that I'm gonna be proud of, like really, really be proud of, you know, that I won't feel like I'm. Also, like, you know, when I make music and I'm gonna drop something, I like the feeling of, you know, feeling really, really nervous and not knowing what the next person is gonna react to it, because that, to me, in a sense, it makes me feel like I've tried to step out of my comfort zone. Like, you know, like I could have tried to make maybe another whip, you know, maybe try to produce a song like that and, you know, get this and that. But it's also nice to have different things. So for me right now, it's just like to try and improve as a human being and as a creative, and also be able to work with people that are outside of, you know, my space or like South Africa as a whole. So that's what I'm looking at. And obviously to put out the best album that I've ever put out before. So
something about you that like you have to overcome that we don't know. That's a message that you want to kind of get to a lot of guys who are either trying to sing, you know, or go into a career that is not like immediately like applauded as, okay, that's the direction to go. What's the one thing that like you battle with, that you need to get over every other day, that you want to encourage someone else, you know, and kind of go, yo?
I think for me, it's that thing of just being sure about yourself, you know, about what you love and what you're trying to do as an individual. Because then you're surrounded by people, they have their own opinions, you know, about how the world is, where the world is going, and about you as an individual. So I think it's, for me, I've been in a space where I wasn't sure about my craft and myself as a human being and as a creative, because of the people that I was surrounded by, you know, just making you feel like you're not good enough, you know, like, you know, people would say subtle things. They wouldn't really say, nah, you're not it, you know, but like they would do things, you know. So I would encourage anybody to try and, or at least find a way to be able to find the right things to take, you know, and leave out the rest, you know, because everybody's gonna have an opinion about how they feel your music is, or you shouldn't be doing R&B, you should be doing piano right now because that's what's popping, which might work, but I think it's more about how you really, really feel at that point. And if you feel like doing it piano, it's cool, but like it's about how you feel and staying strong by that, you know, and seeing it through, really.
And I guess is that where the title "Good Regardless" also comes from?
I could say that, yeah, actually, yeah. Also, it was just about like the relationships that I've had with my friends that I've lost, you know, along the way, and the women that I've lost along the way. It's like, bro, regardless of how you feel about me, I'm still good. Regardless of how you feel about, what I do, like my music and stuff like that, we're still good. Life still goes on type thing.
Yo, bro, I appreciate you for coming through.
Thanks for having me, man. I appreciate it.
We look forward to the projects next year and the work. And I think that, like, I'm telling you now, listening to the project, you always, I'm always like, yeah, you know, you had Whip, was dope. You had a bunch of songs, but you always go, but what is there longevity? For me, I think this project really shows, this EP rather, shows that like you have longevity in creating this music. You know what I mean?
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
So good luck, and we're gonna be good regardless.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Tellaman.
Broadcast live